Yo, what is up, guys? My name is Afon. This is Forza Central, and today we have the 2018 Mercedes-Benz E63 S AMG. This thing is a sleeper car, actually, from Mercedes. Now, this thing looks absolutely like a normal E-Class, doesn't it? It looks like, you know, an everyday Joe's Mercedes E-Class. But, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, just a little peek, it is far from being normal. So let's start, shall we, with the front. So right here we have some very good looking twin lined headlights. It looks like a very normal Mercedes headlights. Now there is a very small difference, but to the average person, this honestly looks like a normal Mercedes with a V6. But this isn't normal. It's actually the farthest from normal V6 as you can ever get. But this engine is a 4-liter bi-turbo V8, produces 603 horsepower and 627 pound-feet of torque. That gets about 15 city, 22 highway, which is 18 miles per gallon combined. Ladies and gentlemen, you have heard it correctly. Over 600 horsepower and 600 pound-feet of torque. This thing is an absolute beast on wheels. But we're gonna do a little quick overview on the outside. So let's take a look at the side profile. So as you can see, starting from, I would say, the headlights, they have a very crisp, very prominent character line that kind of wraps around seamlessly with the lights and everything. Now this character line makes the car look more athletic. It makes the car look like it's going about 3 million miles an hour when it's actually not. Now you can also notice that on this car it has the optional matte black AMG Mercedes rims, and it has the upgraded Mercedes AMG brakes, which both combined are about $4,000. The brakes are about $1,300 and the wheels are about $3K. Now the lights, they look like an everyday Mercedes lights. There's nothing too special from what I'm looking at, but let's take a look at the trunk space, shall we? Voila, ladies and gentlemen, this trunk space looks, what? That is so much trunk space. Yo, you could fit so many paintings in there. What? Ladies and gentlemen, I think we found the best daily driver here. But we will put that to the test. Now, let's get into the trunk, which honestly looks very, very good. I do like the way. Now I do have one concern, it's all black interior. I like to have some character in the interior of my car, but we will gloss over that. As you can see, the center console looks fantastic. You have the very cool IWC clock. You have some very digital buttons. You have the touchpad controller for the main infotainment system. Now as you can see, for 2018 and even the current ones, there's a lot very different, but the up-to-date one that you can currently get right now, it has dual screen, but the steering wheel is different. We will gloss over that. The steering wheels honestly don't matter. I honestly do like this steering wheel. It's a very good size, has a flat bottom, very good for racing if you ever track your AMG E63 S. Now this car, the wood finishes, everything, it looks crispy. It looks very, very good. Very German, you would expect. But let's hear this car. Very, very good. I do like the sound of this V8. This is 4-liter V8. Has actually all AMG V8s have a very, very distinct sound. And I do like that. But I just love the sound. I have to stop talking so I can hear the sound. But as you can see, the infotainment, it's all lit up. Everything is very good looking, precise, yummy. But I will say there is one bad thing about this car, and it's actually not the car's fault. It's actually the game's fault when they were developing this car. I'll talk about that in a little minute. Now, as you can see in the middle sort of. You can tell that the steering wheel is not aligned with the middle of the tachometer, or it might be the other way around. The tachometer is not in the center; it's more towards the side, which is really bad. Like it's very annoying. And I just hate that. But it's the game's fault. It's not the car's fault in real life. It's centered. It's much better. But we are gonna first drive this car stock, and then we're gonna upgrade. It's not the normal thing, but let's drive it stock. I would like to see, you know, what this car's. Accelerating is pretty good. Has very good pulling power. So that's 627 pound-feet of torque. That is big numbers of really. Very planted. You have a lot of grip with this car. And it's not exactly the widest car in the world. It's running on all-season tires, and the grip is phenomenal. Phenomenal. Why is it so hard? Now, yeah, you can see the dash, but I'm gonna try to not worry about that. But this car, there's very little engine noise coming in from the engine. That is surprising. You would think there would be a lot of engine noise since there's that big boy 4-liter V8, just like the Panamera Turbo we reviewed yesterday. Midnight Purple now. It's so adaptive. You can clearly tell that if you could, and if you wanted to, you could clearly drag this car. You can use it at the drag strip. You could use it at Mazda Raceway, Laguna Seca. But you could also use it every day on the street, and no one would notice. To everyone else, it looks like a V6 normal E450 or E350. It's not. It has a big V8 neighborhood. You have variable exhaust. You can turn it on if you would like to hear that beautiful engine, or you could turn it off in the neighborhood with small children. It's an adaptable car for a variety of people. Now for me, I don't like stock. Stock isn't in my blood. I like something a little bit more spicy. I like a bit of more. I always want more. That's actually not a good thing. I have to fix that, but we'll gloss over that. So now let's take a look. Just let's do a very minimal upgrade, and I say minimal. It's not that minimal. Let's put some race exhaust. I don't like. I want some pops and crackles now. The 603. Okay, that's a lot of power. Okay, well, let's put some race brakes in. We will need those race brakes. And let's put some anti-roll bars in the rear because, you know, to stabilize the car a little bit more. There's a little bit of body roll. And yeah, now I don't like to do a full race weight reduction unless I'm going to do a race car type. But this car is different. I'm actually going to do a more cruiser. Let's see, do we have any? We have race tire. The problem with race tire is that it's so sticky. There's any fun, you know what I mean? You cannot like slide the car a little bit. So instead we're just gonna do a little width increase, and ooh, we have some. Ooh, look at, ladies and gentlemen, look at the fitment in the front. Let's see the rear. Beautiful. I love the fitment. The fitment is on point, ladies and gentlemen. Now, see, do you see what this is? This is called Brabus. Now, what is Brabus, you may ask? Well, Brabus, ladies and gentlemen, is basically a tuning company that takes normal, and I say normal, AMG vehicles from Mercedes, and they are authorized to do this, and they make them much more radical. Now, this car in real life is called the Brabus 800. There's two versions. There's this E63 that we just drove, and we are, and you have the Brabus 800. What's the difference, you may ask? Well, that car makes 800 horsepower. It weighs about 4,200 pounds, and it makes about 900 or 1,000 pound-feet of torque. Depends on the year. I think currently it makes about 1,000 pound-feet of torque. The 2018 versions, they make about 800 pound-feet of torque. It's a big improvement. Now, I would like to show you a quick, I guess, hack you could say, but not really a hack. It's more of like a paint, I guess you could say technique. Now, I'm gonna do the stock, like, general thing that everyone does. You know, put a nice white paint. I like to see the black. Now, you can see on the wheels, in paint group 1, if you put white, the rims look just like the Brabus rims in real life. Now, what does this do, you may ask? Well, now you have a complete Brabus 800 package. You have the wheels that look exactly like Brabus 800 because in the game there isn't the actual wheels. So this is the only other way currently that I know of and that I use to basically make this car proper Brabus edition. I just love this white. Also, this white in real life, it's called a pearl white. It's an amazing color. It looks like a general white, but honestly, it does wonders to the eye, I have to say. Now, let's drive this car in its new, evolved form, shall we? Well, let's see. Actually, we're not going to go that way. We're actually going to go the other way. Wow. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, the launch is phenomenal. The shifting is so precise and fluid, and it's really before too, but with this, it's like you get a kick in the head. I don't know what it is. It's not the remedy. It's just so like, I don't know, maybe it's just me, but this car feels very, very good. It feels much nicer than very little body weight that weighs about 4,300 pounds. But, I mean, you get pops and crackles almost every gear. Although when you're downshifting, not under braking, but when you're like closing and downshifting, it does pops every single gear from the gear. Now cruising, it's very good. I really like it. It's a very good cruiser. At the station, you know, if you want to take it to the lake, or if you want to, you know, be your local drag monkey, you know, you have a good car to go, you know, race with, and that is what this car is very, very good at. And not a lot of cars do. The M5 competition with this car is its nemesis, you can say. This car is very good, and also it is a certified excellent car. Now, M5 competition, the problem I have is that the V8 does not sound good. It sounds so bad. I don't know what it is, but it doesn't want to growl that a V8 from Mercedes has. The Mercedes earlier bi-turbo V8 is, man, what are you doing? Okay, you know what? I am so sorry for that. I'm not gonna leave that in the right? But yeah, the V8 in an AMG is so distinctive. It's so good. And the BMW V8s are so very generic. Yeah, I mean, overall, I would give this car, the Afon score, ladies and gentlemen, is a 9.5 out of 10. Why isn't it a 10 out of 10, you may ask? Well, the reason why, because I feel like this car is too advanced. You know, there is a limit to advancement. Now, I feel like this is just like the 2021 S-Class, which is, it has too much technology. There is so much technology, ladies and gentlemen, that this video, instead of, 15 minutes, it would be about an hour and 30 minutes. Ladies and gentlemen, there is so much safety and tech in this car that it's sometimes overwhelming, and that's kind of sometimes a downside because, you know, some people, honestly, the features that are in this car are features that almost no one is gonna ever use. Like it's sometimes it's useless, but you know it's Mercedes and they can do whatever they want. My opinion to them is probably useless, but you know, honestly, sometimes a lot of tech is good. So we have reached the end portion of this video. I know, I'm really sorry, but you know, tomorrow we got another banger coming out. So if you want to see that banger, you better subscribe. Turn on that bell beside it because you don't want to miss it, and make sure to like this video. You know, to show the channel some support, help it grow. And if you want, comment whatever you want. I don't know what people like to comment these days. So yeah. And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.